having a beautiful weekend, and as always, it's important to keep in tabs, to keep in check, to review the trades every single day. As Stacey Buck says, make training a bloodless battle so that your battle can be bloody training. I think I said it right. Anyway, let's jump into this video. Today we are going to talk about day 1, day 2, day 3 traps and tricks. That is what we'll be talking about today, and I believe that everyone should understand this strategy because it's so easy. It's so easy. The only thing you have to do is just wait, sit on your hands and wait. So let's start. We'll be looking at a couple of examples. Now, bear in mind, this is my first live stream, so I don't know how it's going to be, but I'm very optimistic. I like a challenge. So the strategy is simple. We have day 1, setting the high and the low of the week on Monday. So that is the only thing you need to do on Monday. Draw the lines and set the high and the low of the week. On Tuesday, price broke out. It broke out, it pulled back, and then closed above the high, closed above the previous day's high. So this is a breakout. Day 3, of which it's irrelevant here with this strategy. Day 3, what we are looking for is a breakout. A breakout. So we'll be using the 15-minute time frame for everything. That is, up until now, it's time to hunt, or for observation purposes. The only thing that we will be doing is using the 15-minute time frame to just observe the market. Look at what the market is doing. So in the 15-minute time frame, what you do, you observe. And as you can see, what we are looking for is an engulf. We are looking for a breakout. A breakout. All right. Now, this is how a breakout looks like. It breaks out, and then now after this breakout, we are looking for our reverse setup. So we are looking for a double top, triple top, a head and shoulders pattern, but with a break in structure retest and engulfment. Today we won't focus a lot of time on the entries and exit because I've talked about that in a lot of videos. Almost all of my videos are entry exit positions, but I believe that understanding the broader picture will lessen the pain. So we are just looking on Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday is when we look for a setup, and we are looking for a setup in our New York window. So if it's outside of our window, then there are plenty of instruments you can look at and see which gives you the best possible scenario. So that is week 1. Let's call that week 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have one more day to close that week. Now, I've also been annotating these things so that it can be easier for you. So, as you can see, Monday sets the low and the high of the week, as usual. Tuesday breaks down. Tuesday breaks down and closes below. So we have our new low of the week. Then Wednesday, we are looking for a breakout. So Wednesday sets the high of the week. That is before even our window opens. If it continues breaking down, then it sets the new high of the week. And as you can see, this is the new high of the week right there. Now, I want to explain something that most people do get confused with. When you see a pin, look at 8:15. When you see a pin like this, it pins the low on the 15-minute time frame. This is not a breakout. This is just a trap. When you see a pin, it is not a breakout. It is a trap. And this is where people get confused. Oh, we're already at the high of the week. So let us just start, or low of the week. Let us just buy or sell without any other confluence or confirmation. Once I see a pin like this, I reposition my low. And then now from there, I'll be waiting for price to break out of that region. So I'm looking for a breakout, not a pin, not anything. I'm looking for a breakout. Now, it might be one candle, it might be two candles, it might be three candles, it might be four candles. I don't care. I'm looking for a breakout of the high of the week. Once we have a breakout, then I can start stocking for my reversal setup. Now, it might be even a simple stop hunt to the guys who went long in the London session, or short in the London session, so that they can continue with the trend. I don't care. I'm looking for my reversal setup at the high of the week after a breakout. I hope that is clear. So we have the breakout. Now, once we have that, I'm done for the week in that instrument. I'm done for the week. I don't care what the market does on Thursday or Friday. I'm looking for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, if the market does not give us a setup in any of those days, that is when now I can start thinking of Thursday or Friday. This is another day. Another day. Day one, another week. We have day two, breaks down and then closes inside. So it's an inside day, a failed breakout. No, I mean a failed breakout, not an inside day. A failed breakout. But it does not matter. It's irrelevant to this strategy, because all we are looking for now, I'll be using this, I believe, later. So let it just say there. We are focusing on the high of the week. Now, the price did fail to continue lower, but my strategy is simple and clear. Wait for day one, day two, day three. If it extends the range, then it sets the new high of the week. That is before the New York candle, the New York open, the New York window opens. Then we reposition the high of the week, and then in our window we wait for the breakout. What happened? We had a very good breakout. I think at the beginning at 8 and 8:30 we had a big let me show you. We had this breakout. So we had the breakout pullback, right? So this is where I am looking for my reversal setup. It might be even up to this candle, but I'm looking for my reversal setup. Now, with these candles that have big wicks here, this This is a blue candle. So it's a bullish candle with a big pin at the top. I am very skeptical of this type of pins because I know price usually comes back to this level. So I'd be looking to take a quick scalp and to close my screen. I don't want to be there trying to milk the market of every milk that it has. I get in, get my 50 pips, get out. Simple. That is week 3. Go to week 4. Week 4, we have day 1 as usual. Monday. Tuesday, it breaks out, and then closes above this, the previous day's high. Okay. On Wednesday, I am looking, if this is not in our window, then we reposition our high of the week. And then we wait. We wait for price to come to break out. And boom, price breaks out in a big push. Now, keep in mind, we have this peak formation low set on Tuesday. This might be a day. This is day 1, day 2 continuation. But that is at the back of my mind. But my strategy is simple and clear. Wait for day 3 to set the high of the week. Wait for price to break out. So it breaks out and then boom. This is where you look for your engulfment, for your reversal setup. Simple and clean reversal setup. You'll get your reversal setup, you have 50 pips, because this is just a stop hunt into those who went long early in the session, but they continued higher. So the strategy is simple and clear, and that is what I love about this strategy. Is the fact that, yeah, you can say the market is bullish or bearish. I don't know. I don't care. What I care is the numbers. Is the market doing what it's supposed to be doing? I mean, that is what I've been looking at. Is the market doing what I want it to do? We have day 1 sets the low of the week. We have day 2. We have the range extension, even though it closes right just below the previous day's low. That doesn't, I don't care about that. Day 3, if the price does not come back to the high of the week, why bother with that market? Why bother? It's just a pain in the ass. We have another one, a big pump to the high of the week, and then boom, the market breaks down. The market breaks down. Look at that. Look at that. Simple and clear. Simple and clear. Let's continue. We go to the next week. We have day 1 and day 2. We have the range expansion there. Day 2 sets the low of the week. Day 3, as you can see, it is just their equal lows down at 1940. So day 3, we have no setup. If we don't have a setup on day 3, I'm looking for the setup in day 4. So I'm treating day 4 as day 3. That means I'll be looking for the range expansion in day 4 and then wait for price to break out. Price breaks out and then boom, reversal. Just for the patience, you just sit on your hands and let the market come to you. Just sit on your hands, the market will come to you. If you chase the market, you're going to get burned. So we have day 1, we have day 2. This is another week. Day 2 sets the low. And then day 3. Now here's another trap that you must be watching out for. As you can see, this is not a breakout. The price expanded the range and then continued expanding the range at 8:30 with these pins. What I'd be looking for is an engulfment. Not an engulfment per se, but a breakout. This is a breakout. It's an engulfment, but it's a breakout. Once there's a breakout, boom, I'm looking for my reversal setup. There it is. Just sit on your hands and let the market come to you. Now, all these things that I'm talking about, they are all in the Discord server. A lot of resources are there. You should go check it out with the community, create a community. Another week. We have day 1. Day 2 sets the low of the week. Day 3 sets the low of the week, but we have no breakout. So to me, this is just another day, another range expansion. So if we don't have a failed breakout, that means that market is not ready to reverse. So I'll be expecting it on Friday, on day 4. And what happens on day 4? The market breaks out for the reversal. Guys, it's that simple. It's that simple. So this will be the last example. I did not plan to go live for long. I was just looking to see if I could be doing this, and it's not bad. We have day 1, day 2, day 3, breakout, look for reversal, boom, reversal. So hopefully you've understood a little concept of this strategy. I'll be talking about it a lot more because I believe that if I can be profitable with this, then it is my responsibility to help as many people as possible understand these concepts. Anyway, if you got value from today's video, man, comment, like, subscribe, join the Discord, let's connect, and have a beautiful weekend. See you maybe tomorrow or Monday.